Hey guys, I'm PhilInTheBlanks and welcome back to Let's Play Ace Attorney Phoenix Wright. Last time Miss April May was saying she could hear the clock, but I don't think she could. She could not have heard it. Oh, and it couldn't have rung too, but like, I'm sorry, okay. I'm just gonna say she couldn't have heard it anyways. I know the correct answer couldn't have rung because we know that it wasn't working, but I honestly don't think it would travel that far. You were at the hotel. There's no way you could have heard a clock go off in the building next door. I'm probably gonna get a penalty for this. You have proof that she could not? Amateurs. Listen to me, Mr. Wright. In the courtroom, proof is everything. Without it, you have nothing. You are nothing. Then I would like to propose a test to see if she really could have heard. I guess I was cut off there, even though they did not say anything. The prosecution denies your request. Can you do that? What? On what grounds? This is a trivial matter with no direct bearing on the case at hand. Oh, I guess you could actually argue that in court. Indeed, objection sustained. Damn. Time to switch directions quick. Ready to proceed, Mr. Wright? No, Your Honor. You can't give up now. I'm not satisfied because it couldn't have run. So they don't punish you right away, but, you know, they probably will later on with stuff like that. Your Honor, members of the court, it is inconceivable that the clock in question rang. It's empty. That clock is missing its clockwork. How could you possibly? Just take a look, right now. Oh, see anything interesting, Your Honor? It is as the defense says. This clock is missing its clockwork. It's quite empty. So I guess they didn't put anything in it yet. I guess just straight up empty. Oh, I remember why. Yeah, okay. Mr. Wright, would you care to explain to the court the meaning of this? It is as you can see. The clock was empty. It couldn't have rung. Therefore, this witness is a big, fat liar. Fat? That's the key word there, sure. Well, Miss May? Oh, I just got something on the sleeve. Quite a show you've put on for us, Mr. Wright. He knew the clock was empty. Somehow he knew. I'm afraid you've forgotten one thing, however. Indeed, the clock is empty. As you say, it can't ring. However, we must ask, when was the clockwork removed? If it was after the witness heard the clock, then there is no contradiction. Damn, he's good. That's true. That is a possibility. The clock might have been emptied after she heard it. And that is exactly what happened, Your Honor. Well, Mr. Wright, can you prove when the clockwork was removed? Oh, impossible, of course. I have proof. What? Wasn't it you who told me proof is everything? Well, I was listening. And now I'll show you the proof you like so much. The evidence that proves when the clock was removed is the cell phone, because they mention it in the text. Right there. I had to take the clockwork out. Take that? Take a look at this. That's a very cute cell phone. Woohoo! You have a girly phone! Wait, this isn't my phone. Listen, this is the defendant's cell phone, and it contains a recording. A recording of a conversation she had with the victim on the day of the murder. Order! The defendant's cell phone? This wasn't brought to my attention. Perhaps Detective Gumshoe overlooked it? The good detective better remember he's up for evaluation soon. I gotta say, I'm starting to feel bad for the big fella. Let's hear the conversation. So you just want me to hold on to the thinker for you then? If you could. I should probably tell you, the clock isn't talking right now. Huh? It's not working. That's lame. I had to take the clockwork out. Sorry. September 5th, 9:27 a.m. Beep. Your Honor, I think this makes it clear the clockwork was already gone by the time this was recorded. Which was well before the witness even arrived at her hotel. Well, Miss May, would you care to explain this to the court? Just how did you know that weapon was a clock? Well,
Well, isn't it obvious? I saw the clock before. What store was that again? I go to so many. Oops, I forgot.
So the witness had seen it before. That would make sense. Does the defense have any objections, Mr. Wright? Yes, I do. The witness claims she had seen it before, but this directly contradicts a piece of evidence already submitted to this court. Well then, let's see it. Please produce this evidence that will prove the witness had not seen this clock before. And it is the clock itself, because it was made by Larry. I do like how it ties in with the Larry Butts thing from the first trial, or whatever, the first case. This doesn't happen very often in the games where the cases rely on each other, but this one does. It's simple. This clock was never in any store, ever.
What?
A friend of mine made that clock. Only 2 exist in the world, and the one that isn't here is in police custody.
Impossible! Everything is sold in stores!
Miss May, I think it's high time you went shopping for a better excuse. Nice one-liners there, Phoenix. Oh? Excuses not on sale today?
Ooh!
I don't know what that thing is. Oh, no, she's going Super Saiyan! Oh, God!
What's it to you, porcupine head? That stupid clock doesn't matter, okay? She did it, and she should die for it! Die!
Damn, she's a crazy girl. Whoa! Let's not get ahead of ourselves. This is a court of law, and the witness will remain calm.
Oh? Oh, silly me.
Grunt.
Did I, lose it? I guess I did, hehe.
Oh my god. Scary. Ms. May, let me ask. Tell me, how did you know the weapon was a clock? Oh, jeez, she's glaring daggers. Oh dear. Does the defense have an opinion on this? Behavior? Okay, this is it. Yes, Your Honor. Allow me to explain how I see the truth of the matter. Miss April May, you knew the weapon was a clock because you had heard about it. Oh, she didn't hold it. She's not the murderer. We know for a fact she's not because we saw a crazy guy. But you had heard about it. The witness had never held the clock in her hand. However, she had heard that it was a clock. She heard? That is correct, Your Honor. There is no other way she could have known the thinker was a clock. And I can show you the proof. Well, this is interesting. Let's see it then. Show me evidence proving that the witness had heard the murder weapon was a clock. I almost presented the attorney's badge. It's the wiretap. This was found in Miss May's hotel. Have a look at this.
Ooh, that?
I found this in Miss May's room. Because I was also there. Mr. Wright, please explain to the court what this is. Miss April May, you were tapping the victim, Miss Mia Fey's phone, were you not?
Ooh, ooh.
Your Honor, this is irrelevant. I'm not entirely sure that it is. Objection overruled. It troubles me that our witness was in possession of a wiretap. This is outrageous. Does the defense truly claim that the witness was tapping her phone? Absolutely. Even if that was the case, which it's not, you still have to prove one thing. Did the victim ever say that the weapon was a clock on the phone? Can you prove that? I think not. Oh yeah? I think I can. It's simple. What? Here's my proof. The proof that the victim said on the phone that the weapon was a clock is... Shit, I assume it would be this, right? The thinker tells the time. Yeah, it's right there. It's the phone. Come on, Edgeworth. I present the defendant's cell phone. Yes, we've seen that. Listen once more to the conversation between the defendant and the victim.
Mia, what's up? You haven't called in a while. Well, actually, there's something I want you to hold on to for me. Again? What's it this time? It's a clock. It's made to look like that statue, the Thinker, and it tells you the time.
Miss April May, you used a wiretap to listen to this conversation. That's how you knew the Thinker was a clock. Am I wrong?
Objection!
Your Honor, this is ridiculous. Your Honor, look at the witness's face. Does she seem amused to you? The defense demands an answer. She's just going nuts now.
La.
Witness, answer the question. Did you tap her phone? Miss May.
Shut up, all of you! What gives you the right to talk to me like that? You lawyer! It's not fair! All of you ganging up on me like that! Oh, so I'm the bad girl, is that it? Is that it?
This is like hurting my voice, man. That did it. The court's seen the real Miss April May now. A sniveling wiener. Now to deal a final blow. You did it, didn't you? No, she didn't. Why the wiretap? Why did you tap her phone? Answer the question.
Do I have to? Isn't this a murder trial? Isn't tippity tapping irrelevant?
God, she's saying exactly what Edgeworth wants her to say. Miss May, you were tapping the victim's phone. I hardly call that irrelevant. While this court does not condone the defense's tone of voice, he has a point. Well, Miss May, do you have an explanation for the court? Can you prove you had nothing to do with this murder, even though you tapped her phone? I mean, you could easily just say, like, I didn't know the tap was there. I mean, it's a hotel. Like, that could have been there before. Can you prove that that wasn't there before? I don't know. I'm not a lawyer. Ha, I'd like to see her pull that off.
Mr. Lawyer, I saw that evil grin. You were probably thinking, I'd like to see her pull that off, weren't you?
Damn, she's good.
Well, you're not the first man who's thought that, and of course, I can and will.
You can't be serious. No way.
Way, I say! Way! And when I assure you I'm serious, Mr. Lawyer. Okay, so the killing happened around 9 at night. Why, that's just when I was getting room service from that sweet bellboy.
Room service?
Iced coffee, I believe it was. Iced coffee, you know, like normal coffee, but cold. If you don't drink it quick, the ice melts and then you have regular cold coffee.
Iced coffee.
Think I'm making this up? Ask the bellboy.
Ergo, the witness was not on the scene at the time of the murder. Well, you screwed up. Phoenix, you suck. Guilty. So, where does that leave us? It is my great displeasure to inform you that the witness appears to have been tapping the victim's telephone. However, that is a separate crime with no bearing on the current case whatsoever. Her testimony stands. She saw the defendant, Maya Fey, commit murder. No, they're going to let her just walk away. There's no way I can win this unless I tie Miss May to the murder somehow. Well, does the defense have anything to say? Well, come on, think of something. Call the bellboy. The defense would like to call the hotel bellboy as a witness. There's something suspicious here, and I'm going to get to the bottom of it.
I think you've sunken quite low enough already.
I object to calling the bellboy. Why? What's your reason? Because I hold that the wiretapping had nothing to do with the killing. However, if you agree to one condition, I'll consent to calling this witness. Condition? If Miss April May's alibi is not called into question after you examine the bellboy, then you will recognize that Miss April May was not the killer, thus she is innocent. And thereby you must also accept the verdict of guilty for Miss Maya Fey. That is my condition. What? I better find something suspicious in that bellboy's testimony. Otherwise, Maya will be declared guilty on the spot. What should I do? I mean, accept the condition or give up? Like, say no or say yes and then maybe get a no later. You know what I mean? Alright, I've got nothing to lose. Except for, well, everything. Understood. I accept your condition. I don't know why the prosecutor gets to choose that. I mean, do they really have that much power? Fool. You fell right into my trap. Wait. Very well. The court calls the hotel bellboy to the stand. Do we get a name finally? I believe we're ready for the witness to testify. He certainly does look like a bellboy. I love how he still has the friggin' tray and the tea. Yes, sir. I received your summons in the middle of work, sir. I'm happy to be of service. That tea you said looks rather heavy, so without further ado, the witness may begin his testimony. Very good, sir. He has no name, he's just bellboy. Just bellboy. Miss May's room service. I am the head bellboy at the fine Gatewater Hotel, in business for 4 generations. I believe I received a call after 8 in the evening from our guest, Miss May. She asked for an iced coffee to be brought to her at 9 o'clock on the dot, sir. I brought to her at precisely the request. Brought it to her. For smooth bellboy, I'm not very good at this. I brought it to her at precisely the requested time, of course, and I delivered the iced coffee to our guest, Miss May herself. And then clearly flirted with her. I see. The defense may begin the cross-examination. Right. I'm ready, I hope. This is it. If I can't prove Miss May was involved with the murder now, I will be finished. I love the waiter. Great hair. Alright, head bellboy. That's nice, doesn't matter. I believe I received a call after 8. Just for a nice coffee at 9. Brought to her precisely on time. This bellboy wouldn't have any reason to lie, but I have to find something to use in his testimony. One more time. I'll press him until he spills the bean. Or his tea. Question of the day. Like tea? I don't. That was fun. Are you sure it was Miss May on the phone? Actually, I don't dislike tea, but this is not the type of game where I can go into stories like this, so let's just keep going. Absolutely, sir. How can you be so certain? I checked Miss May in personally, sir. Not only did I see her in all her stunning radiance, but I also heard her voice. And then I saw them. And I... the point being, I remembered her quite well, sir. Wow. Way to be blunt. Yes, what then? Yeah, I delivered the iced coffee to her guest, Miss May herself. You are sure it was Miss April May? Wait, did I just do this one? Absolutely, sir. No, it's different. Absolutely? Yes, sir. As in, so very absolutely, sir. It's an endearing mannerism of mine. How come you're so very certain? Well, when I brought the room service, sir, she, the guest, sir, favored me with is it French? Like, embrasser? As in, like, an embrace? Obviously an embrace, but... Yeah, there we go. Embrasser? Is that French for embrace? It's French for kiss, sir. But not a French kiss, sir. More of a peck on the cheek. Love the waiter, look at him. Bellboy, not waiter. Why would she have done that? I believe, perhaps, she was momentarily swayed by my prim demeanor, sir. It was a moment I shall never, ever forget, sir. Sounds pretty fishy to me. I think our Miss May was up to something and wanted the bellboy to remember her. It's no good. There's nothing there. Is that it? Finally, you understand. This bellboy has absolutely no reason to lie. Now, if you have any decency, you will end this rather tedious cross-examination here. It was a bit tedious. I mean, not really. He only pressed on 2 things, but whatever. The witness may leave the stand. I can't let this happen. Can I? Protest. Wait. Please wait. Yes? Does the defendant have something to add? One last question. Let me ask one last question. Your Honor, I must object. This charade of justice has gone on long enough. Now, Mr. Edgeworth. Alright, Mr. Wright. I'll give you one more question, that's all. Okay. This is really it now. This is my last chance. What do I ask him about? Check-in, room service, and bed making. It wouldn't be bed making. It'd be either check-in or room service. Let's do room service. Tell me again about room service. No, the fact that he staggered there makes it sound like, yeah, I think I messed up. Again, sir? At exactly 9, I delivered room service to Miss May in room 303. The guest had requested iced coffee. $18 was the charge, as I recall. I see. $18? Doesn't that seem a bit expensive? Yes, well, iced coffee for 2, you know. And we don't skip on the ice, sir. What did he say? What did you say? Rather, quite. Oh, I think he does have a British accent. Damn. You can't tell when you see them, right? Bellboy, tell us the truth now. He has a name. Was someone else staying in Miss May's room? I mean, hey, we saw that. It was iced coffee, but I guess it was... I thought it was wine. I object. That was objectionable. Nice, Edgeworth. Good for you. Objection overruled. The witness will answer the question. Yes, I see. Why did you not mention this in your testimony? Well, sir, you didn't ask. Nice try. That's the sort of thing you're normally supposed to mention. Yes, quite. Indeed. It was the good barrister there, Mr. Edgeworth, who... He asked me not to mention if it wasn't specifically asked, sir. Gah. Oh, Edgeworth, you're getting caught, man. You fool! I've done it. I've won. I mean, not really. Proven a couple things. We didn't win. Miss April May checked into a twin room with a man. Correct? Yes, sir. Then when you brought their room service, you didn't see that man in the room. That's right, sir. Your Honor, we have just learned of another person involved who may have been the murderer. In light of this new fact, I hold that it's impossible to judge the defendant. Wouldn't you agree, Mr. Edgeworth? And who, Mr. Wright? Who is this other person? Simple. It was... the man with Miss May. It wouldn't be Miss April May. That doesn't make sense. It wouldn't be the bellboy. That wouldn't make sense. The man who checked in with Miss May. Your Honor, as has been previously revealed, Miss April May was tapping the victim's phone. Yet Miss May herself has an alibi at the time of the murder. However, that does not clear the man that was with her. The bellboy saw no one else in the room at the time of the murder. My, what a convenient little setup, but it's too late. Too late? I suppose you'd like it if it was too late, wouldn't you? After all, it was you who had the presence of the other man from this court. Oof. Looks like we're punching Edgeworth with our facts. Upstart. Amateur. These accusations are ludicrous. Enough. The court acknowledges the defense's argument. I expect the prosecution and defense to look into this matter fully. Am I understood? Yes. Yes, Your Honor. That is all for today for the trial of Maya Fey. Court is adjourned. Yay, we didn't screw it all up. September 7th, 2:24 p.m., District Court Defendant Lobby Number 1.
Mr. Wright, you were amazing in there.
Really? I think I might be your newest fan. Oh, I was just doing my job, you know. Then again, that other attorney was pretty cool too. Huh? That face of his, with his eyes wide and trembling lips, it sent shivers up my spine. Ugh, if you say so. So, what happens with me? Do I get to go home now? Well... No, I don't think so. Not yet. Oh, I see. But I got a great lead in today's trial. A lead? That man with Miss May. He's the key. Oh, I get it. What happened to Miss May after that, anyway? I heard they arrested her. I guess she's learning her charms won't work everywhere. She's probably at the detention center now. I may have to go down there later. Anyway, this case is far from closed. Yes, sir. I'm gonna find out more about this man. Do you think he was the one who... Maybe so. Sis. Don't worry, I'll find him by tomorrow, I promise. I'm counting on you. And there we go. So, I guess, we'll go until we actually move around and stuff. I asked for a full record of April May's testimony. I thought it might come in handy during the trial tomorrow. But now that I have it, I'm not so sure. Most of her testimony was all lies. In fact, there's only one part that hasn't been stricken from the record. May testimony. The victim dodged an attack, then ran to the right, but she was caught and struck. I don't know how much good this will do me at all, now. Anyway, time to hit the pavement and do some investigating. Maya doesn't belong in that detention center, and it's up to me to set her free. And that's what we'll do next time, or at least we'll try next time on Let's Play Phoenix Wright, Ace Attorney. I'm PhilInTheBlanks. I'll see you guys later. Take care, guys.